Police say up to 300 individuals will be monitored in a new threat centre designed to prevent lone wolf attacks. Brett McLeod tells us specialist officers and psychologists will try to identify radicals before they act.
In this room, police plan to track those whose obsessions could turn deadly.
Those who are fixated, but also lone actors with radical ideology.
Police cite examples such as Anders Breivik's massacre in Norway and the murder of British MP Joe Cox by a far-right extremist as the sort of crimes they're trying to prevent.
Get in early, intervene early and prevent some of the actions that we've seen here in Victoria but also across the world.
The $31 million Fixated Threat Assessment Centre is modelled on similar programs interstate and overseas and will track individuals who show signs of radicalisation and categorise them in terms of low, medium and high risk. Counter-Terrorism Command estimates there are about 300 people they'll be monitoring, many of whom have bombarded MPs and public figures with emails and social media posts, which become increasingly concerning. Every day, the police and psychologists in this new centre will have to deal with a central question. When does a person's fixation on an ideology or political issue tip over into something more dangerous?
It's when that conduct becomes threatening or whether it escalates by way of the words that used that we would investigate that. So, you know, obviously there's going to be a tipping point where we regard that behaviour as risky. Those
considered as posing a threat will get intervention from mental health experts or police. One area of policing where success is measured by crime that doesn't happen. Brett McLeod, 9 News.
300 Victorians will be monitored by a new police unit designed to keep us safe from any acts of terror or mass violence. And police are pushing for new powers to lift the lid on encrypted social media posts that hide potential plots.
The mass murder in the Bourke Street rampage was the catalyst for the new police unit. It's called the Fixated Threat Assessment Centre.
People who might be lone actors, terrorist risks, people who have a fixated grievance.
Like Craigieburn teenager Jake Bellardi, who killed himself in Iraq after travelling to fight with the Islamic State. Police are working with federal and state governments, pushing for new powers to look behind encrypted social media posts.
Encrypted communications allow people to effectively go dark. 2 years ago we said they were going dark, now we say they are dark.
Forensic experts say a significant percentage of extremists have mental health issues.
If that can be identified early and treated, then the risk can be reduced.
As for low-risk cases, the team here at the police headquarters in Spencer Street will determine when to intervene and to refer individuals for mental health, alcohol or drug treatment.
They get priority in our system to be able to reduce the risk of behaviour that may cause harm in our community.
A similar risk assessment unit was set up in Sydney after the Lent Cafe siege. Victoria's will cost almost $32 million over 2 years, the price of trying to keep the community safe. Brendan Donahue, 7 News.